Hello, Federal viewers. Welcome to this live discussion. Actor Dhanush K. Raja has slammed the AI-altered version of the movie Raanjhanaa. To discuss more on this, we are joined by senior film critic Rajasekar. Welcome on the show, sir.
Hello, Shravan. Hi.
Yeah, hi, sir. So, to start off with, I just want to ask you the first question is can you explain what happened with this A altered climax of this film Ranjana? Okay, does this raise question about who truly owns the film? It's creators or the studios?
So, what actually happened with Ranjana is I think they have altered the climax of the film. Basically, Kundan, that is Dhanush's character, actually dies in the film. But in the AI altered version, we see Dhanush getting his life back again, which is kind of affecting the creator's point of view, how Mr. Aanand L Rai has conceived the script, as an actor, Dhanush also feels it to be like affecting the whole perspective of the film. Uh, but somehow the production houses and distribution houses wanted to give an alternate climax that will send the fans happy back home. So that is kind of tricky area where business overshadows the creative aspects of the film.
Okay, sir. Also, Dhanush also released a letter saying it was deeply disturbing, actually, and also in the counter yesterday there was a statement from the production house side that they said there were no objections from Dhanush, so that's why we went forward in doing this thing. So, how do you see this contradiction between these two, actually?
See, considering the contradicting statements between the production house and the actor and then the director, I see some kind of transparency is completely missing actually, because if the production houses approach them and with a clear idea of saying that the climax is going to be altered, I'm sure the actors and directors wouldn't be giving this contradicting statement now on Twitter, on X, or on their social media platform. So I think some kind of transparency is completely missing in this case. Uh, so maybe they would have told Dhanush or Anand L Rai that they're going to make some changes in the existing film, but they wouldn't know what kind of change they are making in the in the re-release A version. So I think this is the reason why I think this controversy is happening, and also Dhanush and Anand L Rai are totally upset with the content.
Absolutely. So, in the next movie, they are doing it together, by the way.
Yeah,
As we all know, Tere Ishq Mein is going to be, it's going to hit the screens on September. So taking all these things into account, Anand L Roy and Dhanush, and also the same production, I hope, the same team coming together again for a film. So, how they are going to manage this situation, because there's a misunderstanding between the producer actor in the side and the production house. So will it affect the release? What do you think, sir?
no, I think they have almost finished shooting for the film. So, and it's as you said, it's slated to release in September.
Yeah.
So, this release won't affect this film that much because although they are upset, although they are disappointed uh, with the decision what the production house has taken, uh, but with a wholesome effect to their upcoming film, I think they will sort this out. They won't be making a big scene out of it. Of course, they have registered their disappointment. They registered their that they are not in fully agree with whatever the climax and the water version they have done. But I'm sure things will be amicably sorted out, and the new film will release as slated.
Okay. Sir, talking about this AI in films, which is the most interesting thing which has been happening of late. So, I would like to ask you that, is using AI to alter the film ending, is it a disrespect to the creator, or it can be taken as a creative reimagining simply? So, what do you think, sir, on this?
Absolutely, it's kind of it's affecting the creative freedom of the director, because ideally he would have imagined that this particular character is going to die in this particular scene, and that is the justification he's trying to say, that stalking or the kind of obsessive love towards someone could be toxic, That's the whole idea of the film. So if we
Yeah.
change it and give a happy ending towards the film, it kind of affects the whole scenario of the film. The whole creative aspect, the core message of the film is being taken away from to some other scenario, and that will affect the theme of the film, the message of the film, and even as an actor, if Dhanush, I'm sure if he watches the film, he would have conceived the script in such a way that he would have given a different performance in the film. So if you alter the climax, he wouldn't be able to relate to whatever he has done earlier scenes. In the earlier scenes, that wouldn't make sense to him. So it's kind of affecting the actors, morally also. So I'm sure the producers must have taken a decision. They should have informed everything in prior to this actor and the director, and arrived at an amicable solution. And shouldn't have obviously changed the climax if the director and the actor is not in uh, not agreeing with those changes.
Yeah, sir. Also, do you think the industry needs little, clear regulations on this AI alterations and on this completed film? The re-release trend has become a new thing right now. For the last, if you look at the last few years, the old movies, if you look at Tamil industry or be it in Bollywood or be it any other Telugu industry, so it's becoming a trend that all the re-released films are screened in the theater. I mean, it's getting re-released in the theater, and now they want to see a different perspective of that films. So basically, if you look at the Reddit and the X, fans are started arguing that AI could could bring a better ending, the different perspective to the films which are re-releasing. So say for example, tragic endings like not a tragic ending, it's endings like Vinay Thandi Urvaya can also be changed. And could this trend rewrite cinema's history? What do you think, sir, on this?
Like we said, the director and actor wouldn't be agreeing with those things. Like fans will be okay because Vinay Thandi Varvai, if you look at it in Tamil, the climax is kind of anticlimax.
Yeah.
The both the pairs won't join actually; they won't reunite. But in Telugu, they have changed it, considering
Yeah.
the fans wouldn't agree that because Telugu audience are not open to accept negative ending, or they are more inclined towards the positive ending. So they have changed in the Telugu version. But in Tamil, it's not like that because Tamil audience is open to such endings. So it's absolutely uh, lies in the hands of the directors and actors. They have the creative perspective, the creative hold over their content. It's not about more than the actor. I would say it's a director's call. But unfortunately, uh, the existing legal terms, whatever they have, they are giving it everything to the producer. So they should ideally change the legal perspective, legal tonality of their film, like agreements. They should change it henceforth, considering that AIs could be potentially damage their creative freedom. They should ideally be more, focused towards the legal formalities, how they are going to, change. If the producer is having the right to completely change, or they should get a prior permission from the director or actor involved in the film. So they should be more careful towards that. For example, a few years back, like when Ilayaraja was ruling the Tamil film industry, there was no proper legal terms, legal agreement with the production houses. So that is why nowadays Ilayaraja is moving the courts and getting the a lot of
Yeah.
yeah, he's getting the legal rights towards his music. So that contradicting things are happening now because those days the legal formalities were not clear enough, and our people are not exposed to the legal agreements. They gave the rights out of trust with the producers, trust with the production houses. But slowly things are changing, and we are exposed to the legal agreements, how legal things can change your rights towards your own music. So things are changing. I'm sure nowadays, I think henceforth, producers and directors, actors, musicians, or all those people who are involved in the creative world should hire some legal experts from their end to have this get clear.
Oh, sir. Moving forward, I would like to understand like what is that, since this controversy, I mean, between Dhanush and the production house happened. Moving forward, which if at all a production house or a crew they wanted to do a film which is which can be AI generated, which can give a AI generated ending to the film. So if at all they wanted to do something like that, what can be the legal process? What is the organic process to do that and release it without any issue? So what do you think about that?
I'm like considering like Ranjana what things have happened. I'm sure I mean actors and directors would be extra careful from here on, and they won't be allowing such ending henceforth. Like they won't be
Yeah.
allowing producers to change the climax like they want. So they won't be agreeing to that. So I don't think such things will happen henceforth. Maybe in the existing films things can change because whatever agreement they hold only will stand nowadays. So that old films may have that kind of ending alternative a ending can happen, but for future films I don't think such things will happen.
Yeah, I was asking, right. I was very particular about the re-released
Legal
films because,
process.
yeah.
Okay.
So because of course it's moving forward, the films which are releasing in the future they will have their own battles. But when it comes to their, yeah, when it comes to the old movies which are getting released, which are so very cult films, so that films, if it's coming again to the big screen, it's whatever the challenges it faces, that's what I was about very curious about.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever challenges now Ranjana is facing, those films also will face the same challenges. There's no doubt about it. If given the fact that producers, if they tend to change the climax, for sure the directors and actors will be upset about whatever changes they are doing for the existing content, and such kind of statements will come, and we will be debating more about this.
Yeah.
Media channels will be debating more about those kind of changes and those kind of statements. Those things will bound to happen, I guess.
Yeah, right. Sir, before I let you go, there is one final question I want to ask you. What's the bigger lesson here for the filmmakers and also the audience as AI is getting involved? If it's involved in cinema every day, it's getting evolved, the AI. So what do you think the challenge will be?
See, any technology, if whenever it comes, it has its own plus and minus. For example, nowadays, what happens is that if for example an ex actor is there, if he doesn't have to dub his film in Telugu or Malayalam. They can take his own voice sample and convert the same thing in Telugu, Kannada, in whatever languages you want. The same voice can be used. So that is kind of positive aspect for the in the film industry. At the same time, we can able to revisit the voices of great legends, great legendary singers. Like for example, SPB's voice is AI generated in recent times. So those kind of things can be considered as positives. But at the same time, taken for example what we are seeing in Raanjhanaa. So that is kind of affecting the whole creative process of the film industry and creative process of filmmakers and actors. So that is kind of negative aspect of the AI technology. So it has its own positives and merits and demerits. Let's see like how the industry is going to embrace it, the new technology, what they have in hand, and how they are going to thrive it, or how they are going to destroy their own cult films, as you have mentioned. So like we have to see how things are going to shape up, because just like for the past 1 or 2 years only we are exposed to this AI, and a lot of people have started using it. So we are in the testing phase right now. We have to slowly see how this whole AI industry is going to affect the film industry. The technology is going to affect the film industry. That we have to wait and see.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your time. Thanks for shedding light on cinema and also especially on AI in cinema. That's all we have for this session, dear viewers. Thank you so much for watching The
Thank
Federal.